Hi, everybody. This is a little bit of a bittersweet moment for me because it's the last video that I'll be making for this unit this semester. Thank you so much for joining me and the teaching team on this little journey this semester around writing the short story. I sincerely hope that you've gotten a lot out of this unit. I hope that you've pushed yourself creatively. I hope that you've learned a lot about the form and a lot about what goes into writing prose more generally. And I hope your creative spirit has been ignited in some kind of way through participating in these activities. I'm very thankful again to those of you who've chosen this as an elective. Thank you very much for visiting us here in creative writing. This is what our units look like. And I hope, again, that you've been enriched by your participation here. So I'm going to leave this fairly short today. What we have to look forward to this week is I'm doing an in-conversation interview with Laura Elvery on Friday. As I articulated last week, that will be our final lecture for the unit for the semester. And what a fantastic way to finish things off with Laura there, who is just a remarkable writer and a fantastic human being all around generally. So look, we've had our final lecture there on publishing already. And one thing I would really like to encourage you to do moving forward is to keep writing and to send your work out for publication as well. And look, one of the only ways that I think works for keeping that momentum of writing going is to make calendar entries to do it. So if ever I'm working with a postgraduate student who says that they're stuck or they're blocked or whatever, the very, very, very first technique that we do is we sit down and we make some diary entries in your calendar with the same seriousness and the same intent that you would make any other diary entry in your calendar. You've blocked aside a couple of hours there. Perhaps you've already worked out where you write best. That might be in your bedroom at home. It might be in a coffee shop. It might be outside in the backyard. Environment has a part to play here as well. But you know for those 2 hours you're doing nothing except writing. And it doesn't matter how good what you're writing is. It doesn't matter if the words are flowing or if it feels like it's pulling meatloaf through a straw to get the words out. How you feel when you're writing the thing often has little bearing actually to the quality of what you're writing. Sometimes you can be really, really, really struggling when you're on the page and you look back on it in a few weeks' time and go, oh, actually, that was pretty good. Whereas other times you can be going, this is all working wonderfully. The words are just flowing out of my fingers through the keyboard here, and the muse is sitting on my shoulder and there's a rainbow landing on my head, and just be completely caught up in the flow. And then you look back in a couple of weeks and it wasn't your best writing ever. So the difficulty that you experience when you are writing, I really think has little relationship with the finished product. Certainly in my experience, it doesn't. So make that writing date, sit down and honor it. And as we talked about, there's going to be some resistance. There's going to be some pushback. As that writing date nears, you may well find that your mind begins to create all sorts of excuses for why you can't be doing this right now, or there's something that's urgent that you absolutely have to do and are going to have to break this agreement with yourself. But take those writing appointments seriously. Take those calendar appointments seriously. This is as important as any other work-related meeting that you're making. And you can make them as frequently as you'd like, according to your schedule and according to your ambitions and according to where writing fits in your life. So it might be once a week, it might be 3 or 4 times a week, it might be every day, it might be once a fortnight. However you want to fit writing into your life, should be reflected in the frequency of those calendar appointments. And look, I think 2 hours is a good length of time to put aside if you're starting with this technique, because you're going to sit there for a while and you're going to kind of fluff around before you get in the flow of it. And then after that period is done, if you've got 2 hours set aside, you can still get a decent amount written in 2 hours. A really good way to get yourself back in to what you've written, and this doesn't count as part of the 2 hours, by the way, is just to reread over the last few pages of what you've written. That's a really good way of reminding you of the voice that you're in, so you don't have any abrupt voice changes if you're writing in sections like this. So reread that, and then just sit there and put your fingers on the keyboard and get ready to write. Now, if nothing comes, this is something that a writing teacher of mine taught me, is set a timer and you sit there for 10 minutes staring at that blank page with your finger on the keyboard, just staring at the blank page. That's all you're allowed to do. You're not allowed to check your phone. You're not allowed to surf the net. You're not allowed to do anything except you are just sitting there staring at the blankness of the page. And chances are, after 10 minutes of doing that, you're going to want to write something. You'll have something formed, or you'll just be so damn frustrated with that process of sitting there staring at a blank page that something's going to happen. So that's a little bit of a pro tip. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to speak about how to fit writing into your life going forward. And I think this is probably the most surefire way of doing it. And please, if you have any publications as a result of this unit, or any publications in the future, I would love to know about them, because I'd love to be able to celebrate those with you. We're in a brave new world at the moment, aren't we, with online teaching? So thank you very much for sitting with us through this new online format. I hope you've found our approach to doing it satisfying for you. Of course, we are absolutely learning as we go, and every semester, and there's only been 2 of them now, but certainly every unit is a brand new experience in learning how to do this better. So thank you for participating in this unit remotely, and it's been my absolute honor to have been with you this semester. I feel that very, very deeply, what an honor it is to share ideas with you all. So thanks very much. Great luck with your second stories, and please go on and keep writing. Bye.